thanks for tuning in to the Crusher Trading Recap Show for Wednesday, October 30th, 2024. And boy, did I crush it today live in the trading show, $15,821. And the Crusher trade set up numerous times on many of the tickers that we traded today. And we're going to get into those trades here in just a second. But do me a favor and click the like button. And if you haven't subscribed, right now would be the perfect time to subscribe and come trade the Crusher Trade strategy with us Monday through Friday right here on YouTube from 9:30 to 11. All right, the trade of the day was... there was Tesla, $15,821. I'll jump right into the trade. Now, I was looking at Tesla right here on the 5-minute as we got outside the Bollinger Bands and down to the 0.618 level. I was looking at it, and the one, I wasn't really convinced quite yet on the trade, so I decided to hang tight, and I waited all the way to the other side of the opening of the 5-minute candle. And just as we got into the 50% of that top wick of the 5-minute candle, if that makes sense. So if you look at this 5-minute candle right here, I drew this blue box just right here in this upper wick, transferred it over to the 1 minute, and as soon as we had this impulsive move above that 50% mark of that top wick of the 5-minute candle, I got into the trade. I swung pretty hard, and I was looking for high a day, and I was looking for the break of the high a day and a move above the 0.618 level. So as I got in, I trimmed out at the 0.618, held on here on the little bit of a pullback here, and then I took most of them out at the crush it zone right here. I decided to hang on to 3 trailers for a swing. I still have those. We'll see how they work out tomorrow. Now, I know Tesla wasn't looking that good in the aftermarket today. We lost everything we gained today, but we'll see what happens. I still have 3 of those contracts for a swing on Tesla, but one of the things I did want to show you is we did have a crush it zone set up right here on Tesla to the downside, right down to the 0.618 level here. All right, so let's move into the watch list and see what we had cooking here. On AMD, we really didn't have anything. We didn't have a continuation. We didn't have any crush it zones. Amazon, we had 2 moves off the crush it zone. You see we took the first one here. I was looking at this one here outside the bands, didn't take it. Sometimes I don't like how Amazon trades, and there's too many wicks in here, and I just wasn't sure how it was going to go. But it ended up being a winning trade. And then it took place again, a double bottom right here at 10.55 for a nice move to the upside past the 0.618 level. So that would have been a nice winning trade on Amazon. Meta, didn't see anything happening on Meta today. It was in range. Apple, we had a nice continuation move to the downside here. So you could have gotten in to the downside on Apple, and then you could have gotten in on the crush it zone right here to the upside here to the other side of the crush it zone on Apple. Not a trade that I probably would have gotten into, but if you had, you definitely would have had a winning trade right here. Tesla, we had the move to the upside here for the continuation, which I got into today. And then we had probably a B plus setup on the crush it zone for the first time around. And then we hit the crush it zone another second time here at 11:30 for a move to the downside at the 0.618. So that was a good trade there. Now, the one that I missed today, the A plus setup of the day was right here on NVIDIA. And that took place at about 9:40. Now, it came a little bit early. I was watching it, but my eyes moved away from it for just a minute. When I looked back, it was already gone. So this is why you need to have laser focus. You really need to focus in on your trades. I totally missed it. I was watching it and a little upset that I didn't get in on it. But luckily, Tesla showed up and we were able to get on that trade. But this is a really nice trade on NVIDIA. You can see we're deep outside the Bollinger Bands on the 5. And we're outside the Bollinger Bands on the 1s. Perfect touches on the crush it zone. And the risk to reward on this one here, if you'd have taken trailers on it, was pretty big, probably about 12 to 1. All right. So that is the crush it trade strategy. You can see we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We had 6 crush it trade setups, and we had 3 continuations on NVIDIA, Amazon, and Apple. It was. So really good trades there. Now, the continuation really didn't set up on Amazon here, so I didn't count that. That just flushed all the way through everything, so there was no retesting to the downside on that at all. So, but I encourage you, come trade the crush it trade strategy with us right here on YouTube, Monday through Friday. It's a really good strategy. It produces cash flow daily, and like I'm showing you here, if you can't get in on one setup, there's plenty of other setups that take place, and you should be able to make money daily on this strategy once you learn it. All right, take care. Have a good night. We'll see you bright and early tomorrow morning. Take care.